If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. It feels like it's been years since I've talked about Beyonce. Because, where's Beyonce been? Oh, right. Beyonce, of course, is probably raising her children, wink, wink, or, putting them through the MK Ultra programming that they're all needed to go through, that they all must go through, that they have to put their kids through. But she hasn't been around in a while. And I suddenly have seen that Beyonce is re-emerging, right? She showed up at the Golden Globes with Jay-Z. I believe she was in The Lion King or something. That's why she was there. And I noticed a couple things I wanted to show everybody, including her fashion line, which just, I'm sure, there's going to be another year where she comes back out of the blue. The Beehive will return. If you're new to the channel, or you weren't there when it was going on, I was covering stuff with Lemonade and all these things that Beyonce was doing. And these people would literally come over and flock and flag my channel and stuff because they're a part of the Beehive. And I even reported stories where Beyonce fans were like cutting themselves and doing things to themselves in honor of Beyonce, this is just rituals that are occurring. Blood ritual, blood oaths that they were taking. It's really sick stuff. I think out of all these celebrities, the one that seems to be the most worshipped is Beyonce. They were talking about how they showed up at the Golden Globes and they're saying, well, they're the king and the queen, Jay-Z and Beyonce. There's only one king. His name's Jesus Christ. Now, let's take a look here at her Instagram account. Because on Christmas, she just happened to post this photo of her and her sex slave MK Ultra leopard outfit that they all always wear. And people think that they just happen to love leopards. And I thought it was interesting because what she's doing too with her hands. This is like making Baphomet horns, these weird poses that they do. But think about what she's doing. Someone's like, let's take a picture. And she's like, okay, I'm going to do this weird thing with my hands on my head. Huh? No, this is a Baphomet pose right here. This is her deliberately wearing this outfit, right? They have her in this, the fact that people believe that Beyonce is a Christian. I've covered Jay-Z so many times and Beyonce with the signs and the symbols. They are more than anyone throwing up these symbols, more than anyone, right? The pyramid, and everybody goes, oh, that just means Rockefeller. The 666 over the eyes, always doing the 666 sign. And the all-seeing eye symbol, which leads me to this ridiculous fashion line, I guess, that Beyonce has. That Rolling Stone really, put out this article today. It's Beyonce teases upcoming Ivy Park Adidas collaboration. And right in the middle of the video, you got this guy just doing the all-seeing eye symbols and holding his hand over his eye. But again, it's just creative, right? It's all the same stuff, like the collages you've seen over and over and over again, where all these celebrities are on magazine covers doing this symbolism. And people out there are so dumbed down. It's like, they're really just trying to make this stuff normal so that people start just posing like this themselves probably in photographs. And people probably are, the young kids out there now. This is all that they're seeing these celebrities that they worship do. 666, hand over the eye, right? Eyeball symbolism in the videos, lightning bolts. Everybody wants to be an optometrist. Everybody loves thunderstorms. These are all occult symbols being normalized. And remember, this is how they communicate with each other and how they show their worship for their god, Lucifer, the deceiver. Now, again, some of you might remember I've covered Jay-Z before and his backmasking in his music where he has, 666 murder Jesus, he says in one of his songs. Lots of just blatantly occultic symbolism. He wears the shirt with Aleister Crowley's "Do What Thou Wilt" on it. We've seen him and Marina Abramovich. It's all the same cast of characters, right? Hanging out with each other, doing these things right in front of our faces. Him and Marina Abramovich doing some type of ritual where they're holding their heads against each other, staring at each other in the eyes, right? Him throwing up devil horns. There's no denying that these people are Satanists. I don't understand how anybody could actually look at just the things that they do, right? We've had Beyonce wearing, literally wearing Baphomet horns on her head, and from the ritual at the Super Bowl halftime show. I mean, the constant, what do they push, right? They push the divide and conquer agenda, the race agenda, with her at the Super Bowl at Formation. I mean, all of it is right there. The agenda after agenda, the signs and symbols after signs and symbols. Yet nobody seems to say boo. Nobody seems to care. They look at it and they go, oh, she's just such a wonderful voice. Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. They're so great, Beyonce and Jay-Z. They're king and queen. King and queen. Boy, I mean, there was an article that CNN put out talking about how Beyonce giving birth to a child was like, let me look it up. Beyonce, and I had a video on it. I got taken down. It was Beyonce gives birth to a child is a reason to live. It was a reason, giving people a reason to live. The fact that Beyonce is giving birth. I mean, what? And like I said, the Beehive people, these fans of hers that flock to her, worship the ground she walks on, literally performing and doing this stuff to themselves, hurting themselves because, Beyonce had cut her ear in one of her performances. She had like a little bit of an ear bleed, like her earring got stuck. So they all went on Instagram and on Facebook and said, in honor of Beyonce, like, let's all cut ours. I mean, what world are we living in when this type of stuff's going on? And she's got her kids in the spotlight. That was a big story that came out in the last couple of days. Oh, people are questioning Blue Ivy. Like, what? Why are they even talking about somebody's 5-year-old kid or 2-year-old kid, whatever the kid is? This world has lost their minds. They've lost their minds because they worship the ground that these people walk on. These people literally, like I've said a million times over, they believe that they are the Egyptian gods and goddesses reborn here in Mystery Babylon. And in return for leading people astray, for being these false gods, these false idols that they think that they are, in return, they get fame and fortune and they get worship. These people live to be worshiped. They love it. They can't get enough of it. They'll do whatever it takes to remain famous, to remain rich, whatever sacrifices need to be made. And people just refuse to see it. They think, oh, well, the hard work that Jay-Z has done to become this billionaire entrepreneur. He made music rapping, rhyming, with some of the stupidest lyrics you'd ever hear. And it's not just him, and it's not just Beyonce. It's all of them, from country singers to rock and roll, right? From all these bands like Kiss and Marilyn Manson, right on down the line. But this is one of the, when you talk about waking people up and showing them people like Beyonce, they don't want to hear it because they're so attached. And then you have people who go, well, it just doesn't matter. It's not important in the grand scheme of things. But these are the individuals who are socially engineering everybody. These individuals, these are the people that nobody wants to wake up to the truth about these people because they love them. Oh, boy, I'm going to wear this because Beyonce wears it. Oh, I'm going to talk this way because Britney Spears talks this way, y'all. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, based off of these heroes that they worship. They don't even realize that they're being programmed. They don't even realize, like, well, look at Beyonce here wearing her, constantly wearing, all of them, always wearing this sex slave, sex kitten, beta programming, leopard print, right? Just like what we see at the butterfly tattoos and the bird cage and the masks. These are all symbols of mind control programming. And she's always wearing it, and Jay-Z's wearing it, and Kanye's wearing it, and the Kardashians are wearing it, and Britney's wearing it, and Katy Perry's wearing it, and Miley Cyrus is wearing it. Do you think they all have the same taste? Everyone loves the leopard print. She's doing the Baphomet horns in her head. Or is the 666 not enough for people to see over her eye and all this other crap? Or the music videos that constantly mock God. One of them I covered, which they took down. She was using Bible verses, for her period, for the pages, for her. I mean, that's what the lyrics were saying. I mean, just really sick, demented, satanic stuff, and people think it's just art. And they think that these people are just being creative. They're always talking about what? God and the devil. They're always showing you the same signs and symbols. Yet nobody wants to see it or believe it. So Beyonce, she's got her new, I guess it's a new clothing line coming out where, she's She's just got the guy doing the all-seeing eye symbolism right in the middle of the video. No big deal, folks, because it's Beyonce, and we got to all just worship the ground that these people walk on, because it's a new collaboration with Adidas and Ivy Park. Huh? I mean, who cares? If people really stop worshiping the ground that these people walked on and realize what these people were really trying to do to everybody, there would literally be an uprising of people. An uprising, it doesn't need to be a violent uprising. An uprising of people waking up and stop. You just stop. You shut them off. You don't give them any power over you anymore. You don't buy their music. You don't participate in, these rituals that they perform at these Grammy award shows and all these award shows, and the lyrics of the songs, which are really just them casting spells on their audience. Yet everybody thinks it's just some artwork collaboration. What an absolute joke. So Beyonce, expect her to reemerge in 2020 with some more of the same, probably going to be worse than ever before. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.